Hey, thanks for dropping in my hike. I'm Kevin, and today we're hiking in the beautiful Hollywood Hills. And nothing says nature and outdoors more than black gnats and high tension wires. That's right, but it's Hollywood. So it makes me think of all the deals that were made through those wires over the years, from Hollywood agents to high-powered managers, clients, big movie projects. I mean, it's right above us. How cool is that? Probably not, though. Anyway, thanks for joining my hike. It's gonna be a great hike today. So grab your lawyer, grab your agent, and let's start negotiating these trails. My hiking buddy today, you'll recognize from his myriad films: Interview with a Vampire, his cult classics, Pump Up the Volume, True Romance, Heathers. Oh, and he also won a Golden Globe for the TV series Mr. Robot, which he has a starring role in. Hello. That's right, flanking my left shoulder today is the very upbeat, enigmatic Christian Slater. Greetings and salutations.
Greetings
Christian.
and salutations, buddy. Here we are.
Did people do that to you a lot after Heathers?
Every now and then.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know,
That was
sometimes.
such a great film. Can you believe this year marks the 30th anniversary of its release?
No, I cannot.
Come on, Mr. Robot?
Yes.
Oh, what a thrill to be on a show like that.
Oh,
huh?
buddy, let me tell you.
Jeez,
it
it's
has
so
been
good.
the greatest journey. I've loved it. It's just.
Did you audition for that, or did you get just they handed
Well,
it to you?
my agent gave me the script, and I looked at the title. I was like, oh, I don't know.
Am I the robot?
Yeah, am
Is
I
it
going to have
really a
wires in
robot?
me? What is this?
You don't mind working late into the night, which I'm sure you guys do?
No. I mean, look, that's not ideal, and I feel like as I get a little older, I prefer to be in bed at like noon. Or not noon, midnight.
All right, here's a stupid question for you.
There are no stupid questions.
From the movie Heathers,
Yes.
I want you to answer how you answered in the movie. You just inherited $5 million.
Okay.
The same day aliens landed on the planet.
Right.
And they say they're going to blow up the Earth in 2 days.
Right.
What do you do?
That's the stupidest
the
question
question.
I've ever heard.
Yes, that's the first part.
That's the answer I gave.
For those of you that got that right, congratulations.
Yeah, congrats.
How about patience? Do you have patience?
Patience. I've had to learn patience.
Yeah.
You know, I think when I was younger, you wanted everything on my
Immediately.
time.
Yeah.
You know, and immediately, and sort of an insatiable need to have more.
You got to have patience when you have kids.
Oh, come on. Yeah, that's part of the deal.
I mean,
right?
kids teach you so much.
Oh,
man.
yes. Kids are the ultimate teachers of patience. You know, my wife and I are talking about having kids.
Oh, nice.
Yes, yeah. So,
Oh, great.
So,
And you already have 2 grown
I
kids.
have
sort
2.
of, right?
I've got a 20-year-old son and
yeah.
a 17-year-old daughter.
Wow.
So, yeah. So it'll be interesting to begin again. She's already been a phenomenal mother to my 2 kids.
Yeah. Trivia question
Good
number
plan.
2. In the movie Heathers,
Yes.
how many Heathers were there?
There were 3.
Are you sure?
There were 4. Is that right?
We knew of 3, but
Yeah.
there could have been some background actors that were named Heather.
Very true.
Okay,
Very
just
true.
being-
That's a tough.
Just trying to be a lawyer
That's
here.
a trick question. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. No, 3. Yeah, there were 3 for
Okay.
sure. At least those are the ones I knew of. Yeah.
If you could be in a band, let's say you played
Yes.
kick-ass guitar,
Oh.
what band would you want to go touring with right now?
Wow. Well, you know, my sister-in-law and I, we just went to the Hollywood Bowl last night. Actually, we saw Hootie and the Blowfish.
Oh, nice.
So Darius Rucker was great. It was nice to see them back together again.
Yeah. Was he in like a lot of country now?
Yes, he's doing a lot of country, but it was nice to see him get back with the original band and
The Blowfish.
The Blowfish, yeah, those guys, you know.
Because the Blowfish don't really do well on their own.
Well, you know, I mean.
Here they are, the Blowfish.
Yeah, exactly. You need Hootie.
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 You put Hootie with anything, and
Yes.
it's much better.
That's right. And I've never been like even a huge fan of Hootie and the Blowfish.
In fact, you dislike them.
Well, in fact, I don't like them at all. No, but we have a dog named Fish, and another dog named Hoot, and she came like Hoot. That was her name. We did name Fish. We had no intention of having Hoot and Fish. So everybody's like, "Oh, you must be a Hootie and the Blowfish fan." No, not really. It's just these were names
Yeah,
that we
that's right.
enjoyed, and she happened to come with it. But so it was very interesting to be there last night.
Dogs are really soothing and healing,
Oh,
I think.
oh, I mean, when a dog because we sleep in the bed with them, you know.
Yeah, their bed or your bed?
Their bed. It's very I squeeze in there. Yeah. But you know, when they crawl, or my little dog crawls under the covers, and you know, by the way, dogs' natural body temperature is 102.
So you don't have heat in your house. You use the dogs.
That's right. That's pretty much all you need.
Saving money right
yeah,
there,
saving
man.
money.
Last one. This is the hardest one.
Yes.
What was the 50-cent word that Veronica used when she forged Heather Chandler's suicide note? 50-cent word.
Oh, 50-cent word. Oh, it's right there, and I don't know.
Myriad.
Myriad.
There you have it, baby. What talk show do you like to do?
This one. This is my
Perfect
favorite.
answer,
This
perfect
is my
answer.
favorite. I mean, this is beyond belief unique.
Because you're multitasking.
Yeah, exactly.
You're getting exercise,
So,
you're getting a hike.
and honestly, I love to hike. I mean, hiking, I think, is a fantastic thing, and I used to do it a lot more. Certainly when I lived here.
Right.
So now I live in Miami.
You do live in Miami?
Yeah, which is pretty flat. Not a lot of places to hike.
You live in Miami. Why is that?
Well, my wife, her whole family lives there.
You had a tough decade there for a while.
Yes, yes.
Can you travel freely now to other countries?
Hey, yes, I seem to, even Canada.
By the way, I ask all my guests that.
Please, yeah, sure. Yeah, no, I can travel and I can go anywhere and I can be
Right.
insured and
Nice.
yeah. So I have not, thank God. You know,
You were just going through a period where you're trying to find yourself and
yeah,
kind
well,
of grow a little bit, and right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there was no doubt about it. I mean,
Which a lot of people do, by the way.
of course. I mean, I think that's sort of part of the journey. My foundation was a little nutty. You know, my
Yeah.
father was an actor, and
Your whole family was in
whole
in the
family is
film
in the show business.
world, yeah.
You know, in show business.
And you went
so-
to some really great schools for training.
Uh,
Hi, we were just talking about you guys.
Hello.
Christian Slater.
Hey.
I love blowing the covers.
Oh, it's great. Yeah. Which way do you want to go?
See
Straight?
what this looks like.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see. We're closer to the edge here. Right. A dead end?
We got to go back this
Yeah,
way.
we do. All right. We got to tackle the steep one.
You just seem so positive.
Really?
You know, I didn't really know you that well before we worked together on SNL, but
Yes.
But the more I talk to you, the more I see like everything's good, man. Let's do it. Anything's possible.
It's all good.
Yeah. Are you apt to say yes to things more than no?
I think so. Nowadays, I would say that would be the case. But yeah, I was telling the story the other day about, you know, like a movie I passed on.
Yeah.
Okay? I might as well go there. Well,
Yeah. What did you pass on?
So, well, at the time, this was years ago, and I remember I was working on this movie, Mobsters, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
So I was a big shot, you know, in the thing, and feeling really cocky and arrogant about stuff, and like, you know, oh, I only have time for so much, and here, you want to let her pass?
Oh yeah, sure.
No. Yeah.
I'll just pick up the interview with her. So anyway, when did you start
Hi.
hiking?
Hey, you know, about a year ago.
Oh, really?
Try to come several times a week.
That's good. Are you an actress?
I'm a photographer.
Oh, good for you. Am I
Yeah,
doing this right?
Thank you. I think you're doing great.
Okay,
honestly.
thanks. It was nice talking to you.
Nice talking to you too.
Christian, come on back.
Hi.
Christian, you got to really be on your game here, otherwise you
I
get
know, man.
replaced by somebody.
You may have ADD. Okay.
You did Mobsters.
So yeah, so you know, and I'd worked with Francis Ford Coppola before, and he was getting ready to do Dracula,
Yeah.
and you know, my thought was, well, you know, because he was offering me the Jonathan Harker role, I think,
Right.
and I was like, wow, you know, if I'm not going to do Dracula, then what's the point, right?
That's right.
So you know, Keanu Reeves very kindly stepped into that one.
That was nice of him.
Very nice of him. So, you know, it's just like those are the moments where you look back and you go, boy, you know, it would have been nice to get out of my own way.
Yes.
So now that's what I try to live by. You know, I try to just get out of my own way and be open to things, and,
Right.
you know, because ego is a dangerous thing. I mean, it can really
It is.
get
It
you
is.
into a lot of trouble, and you think you're entitled to stuff, and
And also, you kind of clean up your act a lot. You've been
well,
sober now for a long time.
oh yeah, 14 years
14 years.
in October, and that, look, you know, I mean, by changing that behavior, obviously, I mean, it's going to affect your attitude.
Oh,
and
man, you're much happier now, right?
Oh, dude. I mean, when you're out there making a mess and you think you're under this illusion that you're
really
just
cool
having
and-
fun
yeah.
and you're like the other people that you don't know what people do behind closed doors, but you think like,
Right.
oh, well, this actor can do it, and I should be able to do it.
Yeah, Farley used to tell me, well, John
Oh,
Belushi did drugs.
Right.
You know what? I said, yeah, but he would have
And
much fun
he-
without drugs and he would have lived longer.
That's right. They tend to rob people of their talent
It
and
feels
rob.
good for a little bit, but then, you know.
Yeah, it's that first thing, and you feel, because I don't know if you're like me, but I'm sensitive, and
Yeah.
you get insecure, and
Right.
you get nervous, and then you like take a drink, and it's like liquid courage all of a sudden,
Yeah.
and you feel like, oh boy, I can do anything.
I remember reading about you going through TSA once, and somehow
Yes.
you forgot something, a gun in your...
Very funny. Okay, look, it was 25 years ago. I was in my again, thinking I'm cool,
Your fun zone.
arrogant, entitled to have
Yeah.
this gun, and I grew up watching movies, James Bond and things like that. So I thought,
Yeah.
okay, look, I want to, I'm gonna get a gun.
Yeah.
Right? This guy buys me a gun, so I have it.
You didn't even buy it yourself?
No, this was so long ago
Yeah.
that there wasn't the same kind of tension that there is
Right.
now.
Did you know it was in the bag?
Yeah, I got in trouble. I got taken to airport jail, at JFK or wherever it was.
Is that in the airline lounge?
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, so
Jail coffee?
very comfortable.
Yeah.
Very, very accommodating place.
Did you get to where you're going late?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was, it did mess up the schedule a little bit.
So
So-
what happened to that gun?
Oh, it's gone.
Oh.
I gave it to a lawyer.
Not in my backpack, is it?
But then 2 days later, I had to do Letterman.
Oh, right.
So naturally,
They want to talk about
they
it.
want to talk about that.
Why do people want to keep rehashing that story?
Well, this was 2 days later.
It's crazy.
I mean, I can understand,
20 years later.
So, yeah, now 20 years later, it's a different thing. But this was 2 days later. So I had to go out there. And that was what, like we were talking before, Letterman is the type of guy that you want to just be proud of you.
Yeah,
And
you
you
wanna
don't
please him,
really
yeah.
want to give him any material to, where you feel
Right.
sort of uncomfortable. Because the last thing you want to be is sitting on that chair feeling uncomfortable
Right.
about something stupid you've done. But, I went out there, and of course he asked me about it, and,
Yeah.
2 and 2 together, I,
Right.
of course, got uncomfortable.
Did your lawyer say not to talk about it?
Yeah, that's the thing,
That's the
is you're
thing.
not allowed to
Yeah.
discuss it, so what am I going to do?
I know.
Nothing I can say. But, I certainly understood where he was coming from, and had done it a couple times later, and made sure that I had been I ran the LA Marathon. I had things to discuss of that nature.
Yeah.
To say, hey man, there was this moment, yes.
Did you run the marathon?
I did, yeah. I
How'd you
did.
do?
I did.
You do have runner's legs. Let me
I
take a
do,
look.
thanks.
We have something in common. We both visited the Walter Reed Hospital
Okay.
in DC.
Yes.
And I will never get that image out of my
No,
head.
me too. Me too.
Touring, going to each room and seeing these brave soldiers that
Oh, gosh,
are
yeah.
missing limbs
Yes,
or limb
yeah.
or side of their head.
That's right. That's
And
right.
The
Yeah.
biggest thing, takeaway from that was when I left was these guys are so dedicated. Every one of them wanted to get back to the
That's
platoon.
right. I know, because they developed this family. I mean,
Yeah.
those are their brothers and sisters over there, and they're still fighting, and all they want to do is get back there. And that was definitely one of the most eye-opening. Look, you do something like that, of course, you have appreciation for the country, and it certainly, opens you up to a level of gratitude that you wouldn't have otherwise had you not
Absolutely.
witnessed that. So.
Yeah, yeah.
It's it was powerful on many levels. And then you think, these kids are 18 years old. 18 years old. I mean, one kid I went in and I saw, and he had lost his legs and his arms.
Yep.
So that's it. What do you do then?
Yeah.
With your life, and to make that kind of sacrifice
Nothing like
is
it.
indescribable.
Yeah, those people should be taken care of the rest of their
For
lives.
the rest of their lives, yes, absolutely.
What are your first world problems or complaints?
First world problems.
Like mine is,
Yes.
I wish the Apple phone cord charger was about a foot longer.
Okay.
The other one is, I wish the seat of my car slid back about another 6 inches.
Ah, I have this fantasy of having my own like vintage Airstream.
Oh, those are beautiful.
Right?
What's a memorable place that you traveled in your life?
Oh.
What stands out? You go, wow, that was great.
Well, probably there's this place in Florida, or it's down in the Keys actually, and it's called Little Palm Island,
Yeah,
and that's where I met my wife.
that's the place. Huh?
So yeah, so that place is probably the most memorable. I mean, it's
Yeah.
it's a little place, very romantic, and it actually was an opportunity for me before I met my wife to spend some time alone, which is not something that I've ever really done before, and you know, just kind of find out if I was comfortable and okay on my own. You know,
Yeah.
so it was great.
Yeah, I love those. You meditate at all?
I do, yeah. I've been doing that a little bit more, like just 10 minutes a day, and that helps to just slow everything down.
Look at Trump has got the wall all the way up here.
I know.
Isn't that
Can you
amazing?
believe it?
When I first saw you on the scene, I thought, this guy sounds like a young Jack Nicholson.
Sure, of course.
You hear that a lot,
Yeah,
right?
of course,
And it's
yeah.
not anything, it's not an affected thing you're doing, it's just the way you talk.
Well, to a certain degree, but when I was younger, of course, I'm looking for role models. I'm looking to
Yeah,
find out,
emulate somebody.
And I saw Easy Rider probably
Yeah.
when I was 15. I saw One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I saw Witches of Eastwick. And then I got this script for Heathers. And at that particular time, and I still feel this, Jack Nicholson was the coolest guy I'd ever seen. I was emulating, I was
We
impressionable.
all emulate somebody when we
Of
start
course. You know, the greatest artists are the most inspired thieves. That's what
out. You're
it
right.
is.
You're right about that.
And then, you know, hopefully as you go along, you begin to find your own voice.
Yeah.
And yeah, now this is me. So I didn't really go to an acting school until much later.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Or an acting class. I worked with Larry Moss. You
Yeah,
remember him?
yeah.
Yeah. I worked with him for a little while, and one of the greatest guys. Just he kind of
Yeah.
like reopened my eyes to the magic of this deal.
We're gonna get in the trunk now.
Okay,
So, yeah,
this is
you
how it
climb in
goes.
here. Yep, this is
The
the
rest.
Thank you, Christian Slater. What a fine hike that was. And what a fine young man you turned out to be. Yes, that was my Jack Nicholson and my Christian Slater. Thanks for joining my hike. Hey, don't forget to catch Mr. Robot. It's such a good show. All right, man, please subscribe, turn on notifications, and we'll catch you next time. Happy trails.